Very strange night for me last night, as if you care. There was a thunderstorm at about 1 o'clock in the morning, and it woke my dog up. My dog is very sensitive to thunder. I'm not so much, my dog is, which means now I am. So the thunder starts, my dog is going crazy, I bring the dog up on my bed, and within about 15 seconds, the smoke alarm throughout the house goes off with this piercing thing. I don't know what to do about that. Is the house on? I don't smell smoke. I check everything. There's no, the alarm stops within like 30 seconds. I check the house. There's no smoke. Everything's fine. The thunder stops, but I can't go back to sleep. That's the kind of night I had. I say that because if this show sucks today, you know why.
I couldn't sleep at all last night, just thinking of you. Maybe things weren't right when I was tossing and turning and tossing and turning all night.
On the air everywhere, this is New England Broadcasting.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night. It's the Ron Van Dam Show.
Not my fault.
Hold on tight, things can get a bit weird, if you like that sort of thing.
Horrible, horrible night I had. Horrible night. I have melatonin gummy bears. It's a little odd to say something like that, but I do. When I can't sleep, sometimes I'll take some melatonin. And at one point, about half a year ago, I said to myself, why not make a gummy bear land? I mean, who doesn't love gummy bears? So I bought the gummy bears melatonin. So I popped a couple of those, but it didn't work. My body said, no. Not tonight, Ron. The gummy bear melatonin thing isn't going to cut it. You got bigger problems than that. I'm sorry, but you won't be sleeping at all tonight. My body knows better. My body just would not accept them. It rejected the melatonin. It actually rejected it. I tried counting sheep, but to be honest with you, that's a little stupid because I don't know any sheep personally. I've seen them at the petting zoo. They're kind of like a little lanolin kind of woolly for me. I'm not into it. So I have no affection toward sheep in that sense. So counting them doesn't make much of a difference. I tried counting melatonin gummy bears, and I had about 12 left. Counting melatonin gummy bears, I don't think is the idea of the melatonin gummy bears. But I tried. All right, that's enough. Thank you, that's enough. By the way, our theme song is composed by Jason Shaw, who performs it and gave it to us to use on this program. What a wonderful, wonderful young man he is. I don't know how old he is. I have no idea. I think he's a little younger than I am. Who isn't? I don't know why I'm laughing at that. It's rather scary. This is terrible. Oh, my God. You know what the scariest thing for me is? Seriously, and I'm not kidding you. I wouldn't kid you about something like this. I was watching the Emmy Awards, the television awards, this past Sunday. And I'm watching this sucker, and without any host, it's just like all over the place. It's actually extremely boring. In the middle of the show, in the middle toward the end, I don't know where it was, they do a thing called In Memorandum, where they honor the people that passed away that year. In show business, by the way, not everybody. That would take quite a while. No, it's just the people in show business. And sometimes I'll have the writers and the directors. We don't know them that well. But when it comes to the performers, that hits me right in the gut. They do a sad song, almost the same kind of song they do in those commercials to help fund the animals. If you don't give money to this animal fund, the animals will die. They will slaughter them on purpose if you don't donate to the Animal Shelter Fund of America, whatever it's called. It's that kind of music where as soon as they play the music, you're going to be sad. There's no way you can just sit there with popcorn and cotton candy and hear sad music like that. You're destined for sadness. So they play this music, or they have some performer singing this saddest song they could possibly sing. And then they flash in front of me all the people that I grew up with watching television. And I mean all of them. Yeah, all the people that made life familiar for you, that gave you some type of false comfort. Those celebrities and stars on television shows that you grew up with. You saw them on the programs as guests, or they had their own shows, or these icons of television comedy and drama and variety. And then they do the In Memorandum thing, and you find out most of them have just died and you didn't even know about it. You didn't even get a postcard or an invitation to the bereavement festivities. And all of a sudden you feel like your foundation is like coming loose, like all these comfort things that surrounded you are starting to lose their grip and fly away into another place. It's a very weird thing. I felt this way because I'm a little bit older than you are, I think. I actually knew Johnny Carson. I think I've talked about this on the program before. And so that was a connection. He was late night television, The Tonight Show, and every night you would watch the guy. And then when he passed away, it was like, oh my God, he wasn't on television anymore, but at the same time, oh my God, this is someone I knew. And literally, I actually did. I can't watch that in memorandum. It's like my name may come up sometime, and I won't be able to see it. My name will not come up. I'm not that famous. The television I did didn't really go to those heights. So that ain't going to happen. But I'm just thinking, like, oh my God. So I don't know. That keeps me awake too. I want to play something for you. This is supposed to be a satire comedy show. It isn't always, because there's too much crap going on to the point I can't just sit here and make little funny remarks continually, as dry and sarcastically hidden as they may be. But every once in a while, something overtakes that. And it happens to be, for me, climate change, because I don't think most people realize what the hell's going on here. And sometimes it has to come out of the mouths of babes. There's a 19-year-old girl named Greta Thunberg, I believe her name is. Greta Thunberg. She's 16 years old. She's 16 years old. And she lives in Sweden. And of course she's blonde. Yes, probably. That was obvious. She actually spoke in front of the UN. As you may know, the United Nations in New York is hosting people from all different countries, members of the United Nations, and they have this little convention where they blow horns and eat cheeseburgers and go to strip clubs. I think that's what that is. I'm not sure. So Donald Trump is there, of course, and he says, "No, I'm not attending any climate change meetings because climate change is just stupid." Here's this young teenage girl who's traveled all the way from Sweden to address the leaders of the countries around the globe. And the point that she makes is it's just undeniable. I mean, the oceans are getting warmer year by year, degree by degree, which causes the polar ice caps to melt, the coral life to disintegrate, which produces oxygen for the planet. Storms become more extreme, longer because of the warm waters. They are able to pick up more energy. They don't move as fast. They create more havoc, costing billions and billions of dollars, deaths. The planet, whether you believe it or not, this is something you don't take a chance on. I used to think this planet would go on and on and on until we had some kind of nuclear war and just dissolved ourselves. Now I find that that's not even necessary. We just keep doing what we're doing and we'll take care of our own demise quickly. Greta Thunberg spoke for a little while. This, I will play for you now, is the 43 seconds that hit everybody.
I shouldn't be up here. I should be back in school on the other side of the ocean. Yet you all come to us young people for hope. How dare you? You have stolen my dreams and my childhood with your empty words, and yet I'm one of the lucky ones. People are suffering, people are dying, entire ecosystems are collapsing. We are in the beginning of a mass extinction, and all you can talk about is money and fairy tales of eternal economic growth. How dare you?
Wow. Wow. Out of the mouths of babes. Wow. She went on to be more specific, but her message was like, you're ruining my planet here. You're going to be gone in memorandum on an Emmy show, and I'm stuck with the stuff that you left me. How irresponsible, cold-hearted, and self-serving that is. Actually, she used all the adjectives that describe Donald Trump's personality. Cold-hearted, self-serving, disgusting. How dare you? There's always something that follows that involves Trump. Trump, by the way, left shortly after that speech, didn't say a word. Kind of just walked out. Within a short period of time, he tweeted. And the tweet said, what a great speech by such a happy, looking to the future, shining child. He was being sarcastic, you see. This is his school bully method. You can't call her a slut because she's only 16 years old, or a crying little bitch, which I'm sure he would have loved to call her. So instead, he went the sarcasm route, which is just as daggering disgusting, by calling her what a happy, young, hopeful, youthful child she is. Obviously, she's not. I don't know whether I want Trump impeached or just like I just want to throw a pie at him. I don't. I want to throw a pie at him and then have him leave. I think, or better yet, my dream is to sit on the set of The Apprentice, have Don sitting at the big conference table, me on the other side. I pick up my arm, I extend my arm, point my finger at Don's face and say, "Donald Trump, you're fired." That would be so nice. Oh, that would be so nice.
When you wish upon a star, makes no difference who you are. Anything your heart desires will come to you.
You are listening to Ron Van Dam, the gentle, fast-acting laxative of the podcast world. Don't you feel better already?
Wow. I don't know if I would want Greta Thunberg as my daughter. It might be a little depressing. I mean, as effective as she is and as incredibly proud of her I would be, it would indeed not be much fun. But that would be selfish, again, of me. I would like a happy daughter, and she is not happy because we fucked her over. So, we took her planet in the process of destroying it and doing very little to nothing about it. And she's pissed because that's what you're leaving her. That's like renting an apartment, putting holes in the walls, letting the dog pee over the floor, and then saying, "I'm moving out. You live here." It's that kind of thing. But not that. It's worse than that, actually. It's worse than that. Because you can always clean up the apartment. The planet at a point, it's over. You're done. There's nowhere else to go. I can't go to Belize. That's still on the planet. As nice as a resort that is, if you're into deep sea diving. No, there's no place to go. There's the moon. That's just full of old flags and a couple of golf balls. And there ain't much up there. I've been up there. There are no Arby's, no McDonald's, and just one Panera Bread. Mars, we are in the process of trying to civilize that particular planet. But it's kind of not like tomorrow. It's probably more like never. I think our only hope is that UFOs and alien civilizations actually do exist. And that in our time of utter turmoil and stupidity, they somehow arrive on planet Earth, get out of their spacecraft and say, "We're not here to conquer. We're here to save your planet, you bunch of assholes. People are too stupid to understand what you're doing to yourselves. You're like a football team that loses the game because you made all the mistakes and the other team didn't even have to try to win. You just destroyed yourselves." Using the football analogy is pretty much the only thing most people will understand. It's sad, but it's true. To go to another subject, as I really should do, have you ever been to a bar or a cocktail lounge when they don't have sports on the television? I haven't. What happened to that? Why must there be TVs everywhere? In restaurants, in bars? Why do those places of people gathering, why must there be TVs? We have TVs at home. If we want to watch TV, we got quite a few of them in our houses. We don't need to go out and have more TVs there. Enough with the TVs. And when you go to a bar, it's not one TV over the bar, it's 5 of them. So that you can watch all different channels of things you can't understand and have no interest in. Now, I grant you, there are many people who love television, love sports television. But that's not what's usually on the TVs at these places. It's things like Sports Center, where there's a couple of guys, sometimes a young lady, that they throw in just for the niceties. And they're sitting there discussing something. There's no sound on the TVs because that would be disruptive. So I'm sitting here watching people talk on TV about sports, I assume, because there's people running around in the background with balls. But I can't hear what they're saying. The hell difference does it make? That's how stupid we are. That's how inanely background stupid much of society actually is. Except us, except those that listen to this program. We're very smart. But I don't know how far it goes beyond this program. It's sad. It's very sad. Hey, I don't know where you're listening to this show, on what platform. I think they're called platforms now. I'm really not sure. But we're all over the place now, and you can find us. And here's where we are each and every weekday with a brand new show. Every time we do a new show, every day, we're on the following networks. We're on iHeartRadio. Did you know that? Yeah, every day we're on iHeartRadio, and iTunes, and TuneIn Radio, and Radio Public Network, and YouTube posted daily as well. The Podbean Network, SoundCloud, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Player FM, we're on that thing, and Podbay. Those are just some of the platforms which take our show. Thank you, all of you. Over the years, we've really appreciated that. So, thank you so much. You help spread the word as well as the cream cheese. We have a great guest on the program today, and we're going to talk to that guest momentarily. But before we do that, so at least I have a chance to go to the bathroom, here's this word about a restaurant that I happen to love.
Hey, this is Bobby Marone, former heavyweight contender. But I hung up my boxing gloves recently and put on my chef's hat to open my brand new restaurant.
It's Headshots, Bobby.
Headshots. Headshots serve some of the best Italian crayons.
That's cuisine.
Italian cuisine in the area. You come in and I'll give you a meal that'll knock you out. Our crayons.
That one says meatballs, Bobby.
Meatballs are the best you've ever tasted. Come in for my 1-2 punch pasta and daily lunch specials. Every day, daily lunch specials are every day.
We're all good on that one, Bobby. Let's keep going.
All right. So listen, come into...
It's called Headshots, Bobby. Headshots.
Headshots, thank you. Headshots, and ask for me. What the hell is my name?
Headshots is located downtown at the corner of Flange and Hassenpfeffer. Open 7 days a week for lunch and dinner if Bobby remembers the keys and where the restaurant is.
Hey, Richie. How you doing, Rich?
Good, Ron. Yourself, buddy?
Fantastic. Richie Jaynes joins us now. He's CEO of Hemplyfe. And we're talking about life. No, we're talking about hemp. And my God, which I guess is talking about life. My God, where did this come from? All of a sudden, within the past years, everything is the benefits of hemp. Has it always been like that, or are we just discovering?
No, it's never been like that. Actually, it's a whole new frontier that's come on board here. I come from the fitness background, and so things like this happen when a new ingredient or something new is discovered, and then more importantly, when people are actually getting great results, that's when it really starts taking hold, because people talk. And so when people talk, people listen. And so that's what started happening.
Interesting. And we'll say off the top, and we've said this before, hemp has nothing, and CBD oil has nothing to do with getting high. It could, way back, but not necessarily. And we're promoting here the CBD oil itself, the hemp oil.
Correct. That's one reason, one thing that we're here, Hemplyfe is here to do. We want to try to bridge that gap between mainstream America and CBD, and remove all the perceptions that people may have about it that are connected to, the marijuana, THC, which is actually the psychoactive part that actually does those things. And so, but CBD, very, very clear, does not, cannot, will not get you high, period.
Okay. All right. Now, number two, everybody's concerned, how safe is this? It seems that everything that may be good for you has its possible downsides. How safe indeed is CBD oil?
I believe it's one of the safer products on the market today that you can utilize for your wellness. Again, I come from a wellness background. Most of my adult life has been spent trying to help people feel better, look better, perform better. And CBD is one of the safest, and it's been used for a long, long time. It's just now obviously coming to the surface because somebody got a hold of it, and next thing you know, it came. But it's not, it just wasn't discovered yesterday. Yeah,
I mean, I tend to think, and I could be wrong, you know more than I do, that because you had the word hemp in it, that it wasn't a touchable conversation because it wasn't legal. It wasn't even medically legal at a point. So people just didn't get into that. And then it seems that when legalization started happening here and there, now we can actually talk about it and say indeed what this hemp oil, CBD oil actually does. Is that accurate?
100%. Because certain doors have been opened from a legal perspective, from a governmental perspective, it's now allowed us to actually talk about it. And that, so going back to your questioning, is it didn't happen overnight. It's been around, but because of things that have taken place, we're now allowed to talk about it in a more open forum.
Okay. Now, many people listening have not tried this before, or even if they have, they're still a little confused because there's all different strengths of it. There's some has hemp, some doesn't. I mean, there's a lot of different possibilities. So we're looking for a company or a person who can pretty much spell it all out for us somehow on a website. Like, what exactly is the difference between all these possibilities?
Yeah, so one thing that we want to try to do at Hemplyfe is simplify the process. When you go to our website, we are going to try to keep things at a minimum as far as when it does come to those dosages, things like that. Let me clarify something that you did say. All CBD products do have hemp in it. A CBD product is derived from the hemp plant. So every one of them has hemp in it.
Why are they marketed differently, though?
Well, when you say marketed differently, there may be some just has hemp oil only and no CBD. That's the difference. That's like just cooking oil is what that would go down to be.
All right. I got you. All right. So would one ever engage just in hemp oil and not CBD?
Yeah, I mean, there are people out there, yes. There are some, I believe there are some minimal medicinal benefits to it. I think it's, you can cook with it, you can rub it on your skin, things like that, moisturizing, stuff like that.
Well, why not? Why not go for the whole CBD thing?
Yeah, exactly. Get it all.
I get all that. Okay. All right. Well, this is a good juncture to find out what your website is so people can write this down.
Absolutely. It is Hemplyfe, and that's spelled Lyfe.net. That's Hemplyfe.net. And what we're doing for your listeners, Ron, today is this as well. We have a coupon special if they went there. If they put in Radio 20 in the coupon code, they're going to get a 20% discount and free shipping. So for first-time purchases and special for you guys.
Okay. Now, what if people do have questions beyond what the website says? or they don't understand something because they've never done this?
We do have, obviously, email. They can always contact us at info@hemplyfe.net. Someone will respond to them with their questioning, things like that. So there's definitely, that's the best way to ask your questions and get in touch with us.
Because probably people are going to say, I have this condition. Will it help me? How much of it should I take? How often? I mean, there are a number of questions involved.
Yes, absolutely, and that's why we have that there.
Good.
You know, one thing is that we're you know, what I can tell you is this: the product, when you use a CBD product, most people, since I've been doing this, Ron, I've not had one individual come back to me and go, I've not had results from CBD. I mean, it's almost been 100%. Cool. It's been amazing.
Very coul. All right, well, you kind of said it all right there, I guess. It's Hemplyfe, HEMPLYFE.net. They'll answer all your questions. Give it a shot. What have you got to... Oh, last time I said, what have you got to lose? We got Trump. So wait a minute, I won't use that. I'll just say, give it a try. It's a good idea to do that. Okay. Hey, it's been interesting, Richie, and thank you so much for your time today.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us on. And, you know, like I said, we're here for you. And Hemplyfe is definitely, you know, we're here to help you live a vibrant life. And that's really our slogan, live a vibrant life. Because no one was born, Ron, to live boring and pain and suffering. We're here to live vibrant lives. You might as well enjoy it.
It's the bottom line, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Okay. Take care, my friend. That'll do it for today. You've been wonderful. God love you. You're so nice. If you were just a little bit nicer, I would actually spend time with you. But that's not going to happen. Just saying. Look, this is tomorrow. You want to do tomorrow? Will you pencil me in for tomorrow? You know what it means when someone pencils you in? They have the ability to erase you. If someone pens you in, that's solid, man. Penciling in, not good enough for me. So tomorrow, good, we have a date. Odd. Awkward. Have yourselves a wonderful day. I wish you peace. Go forth and multiply. That doesn't mean have sex. It means go do like mathematical equations.